Welcome to the channel insightfuldatascience.com. My name is Partha Chaudhary. I have overall 11 years of experience in the field of data science and analytics. Yes. And I'm very passionate about analyzing and finding insights about the data. And I try to relate the news that comes over time and how the data point reflects on it. So one of the news that I came across recently was Kotak Mahindra Bank's ban by RBI, that RBI stated that they are not going to, or they will not allow Kotak Mahindra Bank to onboard any new customers. So let me show you one of the news clippings. Here you go. So if you see, the news is that Kotak Mahindra Bank penalized by RBI. What happened on April 15? So it's on all major news channels that and the background of that news is there were a lot of customer complaints from the existing customers of Kotak Mahindra Bank that was flowing into uh, RBI, and RBI has been telling Kotak Mahindra Bank to improve their technological backend, technical back that infrastructures. But after 3 years, they said enough is enough. You will not be able to onboard any new customers if you don't improve your systems operations. Okay, so that news everyone knows. And one of the major setback is that they will not be able to onboard any new credit card customers also. So now let's talk about how big a player is Kotak Mahindra Bank in the credit card domain. So for that to understand, we must look into a proper data source, that is a RBI data source. How do you find RBI data source on credit card market in India? So there is, I worked for SBI card for almost 3 years, and there I learned that RBI publishes every month data set, which is a ATM view, the name of the data set, and it has all the banks credit card issued in the market, debit card issued in the market, number of transaction, number of volumes. Let me show you that data. So if you just go to Google and search RBI ATM view data, okay, this one, but this particular one, if you click on ATM, POS and card, and you will see that, let me just increase the size for you a bit. Bankwise ATM POS card statistics. Now this is what is being tracked actively by all the credit card managers, anyone working in the credit card industry, especially in the marketing, sales and analytics team. And if you see the March 2024 data is available in PDF and Excel. Let's download this particular Excel now. So let's take a closer look at the data first. So if you see, there will be a say segregation of banks. What kind of banks it is? All major banks are there, private sector, public sector. Okay, and number of outstanding credit card, debit card. It has even UPI QR, number of UPI QR issued by the entity. Let me download the data for you and then show you. Wait for the data to load. Okay, I have already downloaded that data, and then I have opened that file. This is the same data set, and when you open the data set, it's something. This is what you will find. The most important columns that for a credit card business to understand, for a credit card market to understand, is this particular column, credit card number of cards. This particular column gives you how many cards are issued currently in circulation by that particular bank and entity. Now if you come across to the right, you'll see credit card payment transaction through POS, point of sale, through e-commerce, through other channels. What is the volume, value and volume? Both you will get here. Okay. And there are more statistics. You can use this particular data for understanding debit card market. Okay, how much is the cash withdrawal happening? How much is the online e-commerce? This is a very, very powerful data, and it is being used by major uh, all the banks, I can say, and all the players in the credit card market to actively understand what competitor is doing. Now I cleaned this data a bit because if you see there are a lot of merged cells and you'll not be able to analyze this data unless and until you do a data manipulations, a little bit of column renamings, demerging, all those. So let me show you the data that I prepared from the same data set. It is the same data that you are seeing now. Okay, and here you have the month. Just kept a month column. I wanted to create a month on month append date data set later on. So this is the type of bank that was there. If you see the original data, this particular column, public sector, private sector, I just kept that for my reference. And the bank name, I kept QR code. All the columns are there basically, but we only need credit card column. So let's just hide others. Debit card also you don't need. This is credit card. CC means credit card here. Transaction at point of sale, volume and value both. We need this particular list. Okay, so you have all the data. I'll come to this particular set of data sets later on. Let me just expand a bit. Okay, okay. Now what I have done is I've given a rank based on volume and value, both I have. So here this is the data as it is available from RBI. Okay, this particular data sets. And if you just want to find out what are the top 5 players in the terms of number of cards issued by the bank or in circulation, just sort this particular by column by largest to small and you'll find that these are the top 5. These are the top 5. And if you see I've created a rank on based on volume also. And obviously total volume, if you want to find total volume of the transaction that is happening, you have to sum up point of sale, e-commerce and other sources, and this is the particular column, and based on this I created this volume. So if you take by number of circulation or by volume of transaction, these two are very correlated metrics because the more the number of cards, the more transaction usually it happens. Okay, so Kotak Mahindra Bank is a focus bank here. It is at number 5, fifth position in terms of volume of transactions with 28 million value of transaction happening and 12 million volume of transaction happening in the month of March 2024. They have around 5 million, that is 59 lakhs cards in circulation, and out of those per card is now it is important to find out that what is the value they are generating per card, because you may have a large number of customers but you may not be able to extract that much of value per customers on an average. So that's why I have created few metrics of my own here. If you see this side, this is total volume of transaction, total value of transaction in the month of March per card transaction. So and this per card transaction you can divide it by number of cards issued and then per volume of transactions. Then there are further rank that I have created based on value, based on per card, then based on per card value, per card of transactions. So we'll go one by one. So what's happening in the credit card market? If you want to know that who is the biggest player in credit card market in terms of number of cards issued, right? And take a wild guess. We hear about this bank a lot. It has tie-ups on all major online shopping events, be it Amazon Great India Sale, Flipkart Big Billion Day Sale, and if you guess it right, HDFC Bank is the biggest player in the credit card market. With a hoping 20 million, that is 2 crore cards in circulations, credit cards I'm talking about. Now this number include both your retail cards and corporate cards. Just a disclaimer, corporate card usually generates a lot of high volume balances, but the number of transaction probably less than the retail customers. So that number is not reflected here. Okay, I'll come to that point later on, but this will give you a good understanding of how the market is uh, there in the credit card market. So HDFC is number one in volume. If I just rename it rank of volume, And if I see rank of value, it is again number one. No surprise in that. Okay, then let's highlight HDFC Bank separately. Okay, rank of volume, rank per card volume is second. So who is the first? Now, if you're wondering who is the first, you have to go down and see and why it is so. So number one is someone else. This is a rank per card volume, means number of transactions generated per card. So if you see, this is a Bandhan Bank. How many cards are there? Only 21 cards, but they have 78,000 value of transactions that is getting generated. So that's a per card is high. That doesn't mean that they're the biggest player at all. So it's important to look at multiple metrics to arrive at the right scenario, right picture. Okay. Um, Rank per card value. This again HDFC Bank is number six compared to Kotak Mahindra Bank. Let's come back to Kotak Mahindra Bank. It's at fifth position in terms of number of card issued. In terms of and its closest competitor are Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, and RBL Bank to some extent. Actually, they if you see number of cards, Axis Bank is much ahead, almost more than double. Okay, here if you see 1.4 crore, here we are at almost 60 lakhs, close to 60 lakhs. RBL Bank is very closer to Kotak Mahindra Bank. IndusInd Bank again half of that what Kotak or RBL has. So only closest competitor if you see is this particular bank, which is RBL Bank. And if Kotak Mahindra Bank aspire to be the fourth number or the one of the major player in the top four, then it has to beat either Axis or SSI. But it is a long road ahead. Okay, so let's just focus. Uh, so 73 million is the number of value of transaction that is created in the month of March or generated in the month of March by Kotak Mahindra Bank. 79 is RBL. Others are much ahead, so it is difficult to catch up for Kotak. And if you see per card transaction is RBL is very close by, and HDFC's per card transaction they are generating they're much ahead than others. It is a difference of almost 1.3. State Bank of India. Now SBI card is a separate entity of State Bank of India, which is purely a credit card division. And I have worked there. I have been employed as an in the marketing and analytics team. So I've worked closely, and they are also one of the major player in credit card market. And one should look forward to this particular player going forward in the future because they are going to catch up soon to they can catch up soon to any of the competitors. That's my belief. But depends. This is my personal opinion. Nothing has to do with my past or present employers. So per card volume is again almost closer to double for HDFC. Okay. Um, this is where SBI card is struggling. 13.2 is a per card volume they're generating. Whereas HDFC Bank is generating 21, which is a very healthy number. Look at ICICI. And believe me, 3 years, 4 years back when I was in SBI card, I knew that ICICI Bank at least was much trailing much behind SBI card. Now they have catch up to SBI card really well. 16 million or 1.6 crore customers they have, credit card customers. Okay. And 18.1 as a per card volume is a very healthy number. So this is something that SBI card should be looking into that uh, ICICI Bank is really threatening their market position in this way. And this particular gap is also not that much if you look into few quarters of results. Okay, per card volume, and I would say ICICI is generating very healthy credit card business than SBI. Okay, 3.8 is better, is a healthy number to have. Axis Bank is also wherein SBI card something has to be done. This number looks worrisome. Now come to Kotak Mahindra Bank, it is much lower 2.9, but see 2.9 here, 3.0 here. Quality wise per card of transaction, it is not much of difference. But if you see the volume of customers they have, was 1.8 crore versus only 59 lakhs or close to 60 lakhs of customers. Okay, so this is how we can create multiple charts out of it. Okay, that I'm not showing. This is not the scope of this particular video, but this is how you can find out who are the major players. There is one caveat disclaimer that I earlier mentioned, that that corporate card numbers. So suppose here HDFC may have only 1 lakh corporate card, but it could be adding to at least more than 10 crores of value of transaction, and that might change the whole ranking. But even after corporate card taken care of, HDFC is the number one position that I know for sure. So if you know any other source where we can get corporate card numbers, transaction volume, do comment below or send me a message and let me know what you think of this particular approach, this particular video, so that we can further make more videos on this.